What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon Disco Center. In today's video we're looking at Crobat deck with a Silver Poison and Sun Whale ability paired with Jirachi, Mewtwo, Absol, and Tapu Fini. So what is so interesting about Crobat? Ability says that when you play Crobat from your hand to evolve your Zubat or Golbat, during your next turn you can prevent all effects of attack, including damage done to Crobat. And with the Silver Poison, you can hit for 60 plus put 4 damage counters between turns on the poisoned active Pokemon. What's so special about Crobat? Definitely free retreat and 3 colorless energies in attack, which means that this Pokemon can be used and accelerated by triple acceleration energy, as well as with fire energies and a Welder. Absol, very good here with the Dark Ambition ability to prevent those Jirachis from being able to retreat. Stellar Wish Jirachi here for the item and supporter search. One Mewtwo with the Mine Report, it can help us to get that Welder to the top of our deck. 4-1-4 line of the Crobat, and 1 Tapu Fini for much easier matchup against Blacephalon. So I'm going very much straightforward here. I'm not playing Mew. You should probably consider going with the Mew if you're going to face some Pikarom decks. Additionally, 4 custom catchers, 4 mystery treasure, and 4 copies of communication for Pokemon search and setup, 1 copy of Palpad, as well as 1 copy of reset stamp for that tool, supporter replay, of course, and reset stamp to disrupt our opponent hand, 4 copies of rare candies, additionally 2 of each skateboard and spell tag. 2 stadium cards to John Hart, so we can much easier find those fire energies with Welder. I'm playing 4 Welders and 4 Cynthias in this build, as well as 4-8 triple acceleration and fire energy cards, and that is the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. So make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you already didn't. Stay tuned for the more videos. So see you in the game. So today I'm playing with the Crobat deck, one of my favorite Pokemons, definitely Crobat. Featuring Jirachi as main search engine. There are also Welders for extra acceleration. Of course, once we get out of the triple acceleration energy, we won't be able to attack with Crobat, and that's why it's very important to keep energies going on. Alright, so the opening hand is not the best. It is just a Jirachi and a Zubat, and I'm playing against some sort of the Weezing deck with a spell tag, which means that I'm gonna play versus damage spread deck, which is always interesting to see. So there is a Welder with only 1 energy being attached, and Jirachi on the bench as well, with a skateboard. Alright, so something similar definitely. I think both Pokemon are confused once you use that full order. Alright, there is a communication play for Jirachi, for the Din, trading the Din in another Coughing. In an early stage of the game, it's really important to establish the bench space. And of course 2 Coughings as well as 2 Zubats for me in case of the custom catcher play. This is a very nice top deck. Let's see what we can find with the Stellar Wish. Will there be a Welder? Unfortunately, no sign of the Welder, which means that we're gonna go with another mysterious treasure here. Energy attachment. Then I'm gonna mysterious treasure into... I think I'm gonna throw communication out from my hand for something like... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with another Zubat, just in case. And after that, all I can do is just literally pass my turn. I did wake up, which is a good thing. So turn 2 needs to be mysterious treasure for a Crobat, and then I can just use rare candy in order to evolve into my Crobat. Then I'm gonna need to find a way to retreat somehow. And potentially a Drought supporter, even Welder could be good as well if I can find another copy of Fire Energy, of course. If not, well, not going to be the end of the world, that's for sure. But with Jirachi you can Stellar Wish. So there is a full order, and it looks like my opponent was not able to find Weezing, which is a really good thing for me. especially because I can right now use my Mysterious Treasure, discard a fire energy from my hand, grab myself a Crobat, use it as a rare candy option, and then I'm going to just go with a Cynthia. There we go, so I'm searching for a skateboard potentially, which I'm not going to find. But what I will find here is, I think I'm just gonna go with Crobat in my hand. I'm just not gonna play it yet, so Stellar Wish into the skateboard, communication. Yeah, skateboard seems like I'm good. Since I can't attack this turn, there's just no way to attack this turn. I can always attach energy card and pass my turn onto my Crobat, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna pass, and the next turn I will probably play Rare Candy into another Crobat with that Sound Whale, which says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you might prevent all effects of attack, including damage done to the Crobat, until the end of your next turn, which is pretty cool. So it says that you can prevent all effects of your opponent's attack. There is a Lily. Extra 3 cards. So I saw Lily, Cynthia plus Welder. Well, in my case, I'm only playing Welder and Cynthia. Anything else? No, pretty much. Jirachi is my other draw engine here, and that's all that I have. Alright, so he decided to retreat on the Mew so he can put some damage counters on the Zubat, potentially even on the Crobat. Or maybe just one on each of my Pokemon, so he can just apply more pressure by the Weezing. He have 3 freaking spells. This looks just amazing. Okay, we're gonna go with another Crobat evolution round. After that, I'm just gonna go quickly with a Cynthia. Potentially trying to find triple acceleration energy so I can start attacking. There is another Crobat. Well, I'm gonna help my opponent by a little bit here. Not by too much, I hope. Stellar Wish into another Candy. Well, seems reasonable if I can pull another Crobat. That's always a good option. And I can discard a card from my hand in order to draw some cards, draw some fire. So let's just go for the knockout. And for the first prize card in game, of course, right now Spell Tag can be activated and triggered on my Jirachi, for example, maybe even on the Zubat. I would probably consider going with the Zubat damage. Yeah, makes sense. You really want to have damage on all of your opponent's Pokemon in place, so with the Weezing you can do some extra damage between turns. Makes sense. Yes, Spell Tag sooner or later will do some serious damage, and there is a Stellar Wish. So my opponent right now needs Welder and Psychic Energy with Fire Energy combo, of course, and additionally Weezing, so he can start attacking with the Weezing, Slathering Bomb or something like that. I think that's the incorrect name of the attack. So Cynthia, oh my goodness, so many cards but nothing in there in that hand. So even finding a Weezing is a very good job here, seriously. I'm wondering if he's playing 4 communication, 4 copies of Mysterious. Alright, so there is a Weezing. Detonation, Gas, Splattering, Sludge. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent basic Pokemon between turns, so Zubat and Jirachi can be affected by Detonation Gas. With this Splattering Sludge, you are taking 40 and 20 to each of opponent's Pokemon on the bench that has already damage counter on them, so really good combo. Weezing, really good deck. In my opinion, really good deck. So, alright, so my active Crobat is just perfectly fine. But I'm gonna need another Rare Candy, and look what I managed to find as a top deck. Another copy of Rare Candy. That is just amazing. So what I can do right now is I can retreat on the new Crobat, then I can use my Giant Heart. Pretty much will fail to search in order to use my communication. Do I have Welder? No, I still don't have Welder. Wow, that's amazing. Alright, so several poison for the knockout. At least this anti-Crobat can be protected. Of course, Jirachi should be knocked out, and those Crobats and Vetch are also very close to being knocked out. Alright, so he decided to go with the damage on that Crobat. Alright, so there is a Weezing between turn, which will be enough for the knockout against that Jirachi. We are both... okay, we are not equal but the prize cards, but we are very close. I'm down to 4, my opponent down to 5. I'm in a little bit better position, I should say that. Alright, switch for that Stellar Wish. Makes sense. And communication for Weezing. Alright, really makes sense. So there is another Coughing. And I really like idea with Welder and Weezing. There's so many options what you can do with the Welder, as well as triple acceleration energy, for example, can also be used on the Weezing. So we're gonna see one splattering sludge, as well as some damage between turns. The good thing is that I can pull 2 prize cards by knocking out the DNGX, so sooner or later using 2 custom catchers will allow me to go for the victory in this matchup, because taking double prize card versus the Din in any moment of the game will bring me 2 prize cards, which is a huge advantage. Of course, even my opponent can do even more damage with those spell tags. So I need to find a way to somehow avoid that. Alright, so there is 20-20 and 10 between turns. Nope, he cannot go with 10 between turns. I almost forget about that. Is it even worth to consider going on with the Absol in play? I think it is. It is a safe play going on with the Absol, and okay, and I'm gonna grab myself a Mewtwo because I'm desperately trying to get a supporter card at the top of my deck so I can have that extra draw support, and that's gonna be Sever Poison. Unfortunately, I'm gonna lose one of my Crobats with 2 energies because of the spell tag, or maybe he decide to go with damage on the Absol, damage on the Mewtwo. I would probably consider going with the knockout if that's what my opponent decided to do. As long as I have Absol in play, I can actually block my opponent for a moment, because he will need extra energy in order to retreat Jirachi or switch. And right now I already used the resources. I know that the Cynthia is a top deck, which is at least something, and with that Cynthia I will need to pull somehow a triple acceleration energy so badly. Or at least Welder with 2 fire energies so I can be prepared for the next turn. Even Mewtwo Psyshock can be used for 70, and that's at least something. And this is a Mesprit. No, it is a Azelf, which says that you can put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. I hope my opponent won't have Switch this turn, because without Switch, he can't do anything. Stellar Wish. How many Switch he used? I only see 1. I think he had another one in his hand, but I'm not 100% sure in that. So, there is a Welder for 2 fire energies, or maybe only 1. Let's see how many fire energies my opponent have. For sure he have at least 1, but does he have another one? We are going to find out in just a couple seconds. So there is 1. Alright, so he have 1 more mystery card in his hand, plus 3 extra cards. There is another spell tag. Alright, I just need to find... Okay, so he didn't even wake up. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. No sign of a Welder anyways. If I go with a Pulpad, I can recycle 2 Cynthias, so that is literally all I can do. I can just retreat, I can play both custom catchers and something, but I think that is just a ridiculous idea to waste custom catchers right now, because my primary target will be that the Teen GX. Alright, there is a Giant Heart, which can be used also in my favor, but my opponent is a little bit better positioned just because he has Jirachi in active position. And how many Welders did he use? 2 of them. Alright, and there is a third one. I wish I had Welder. I wish I had Welder in my discard pile, so I can bring it back with the Mewtwo in my hand, and then of course with Giant Heart attach some energies to my Crobat on the bench. I still have price advantage, and that's a very important thing. And as long as I can knock the Weezing out, I'm gonna be in a much better position. So my opponent still can't retreat without paying extra energy in order to retreat. And he reset stamp my hand. Alright, in the Welder reset stamp in Cynthia, there we go. That's a very good opening. That's a very good reset stamp hand, not the opening hand. Alright, good. What's next? Retreat, Welder on Crobat, 3 energies attached, and then I'm probably not gonna use Reset Stamp, because in my opponent's hand is literally nothing, and he's down to only 5 cards, and he's desperately trying to get in that energy or switch. It really doesn't matter. He have energy, so he can retreat and use Splattering Sludge. He can't go for the weakness because my Crobat is weak on the Lightning, which is a pretty cool thing. 40-20. Alright, and I'm taking some extra damage. Okay, taking a big risk here. 2 custom catchers and 1 triple acceleration remaining. I think that's gonna be pretty much enough for the win. In this situation, I'm definitely looking forward to even consider playing another Zubat in play. And with the Sever Poison, point Weezing out. Take a prize card, which is another Cynthia. That is not a card that I really need. And again, without switch, that Jirachi needs to pay an extra energy card. Azelf on the other side can use Psy Power, but alright, that Erika for the win. That's the GG. Definitely credit to my opponent for his deck. Really good. I mean, no doubt about that. You have Weezing, but no sign of the coughing. And yeah, definitely Crobat managed to win the game. Because maybe I even have option to actually want to. I can reset stamp his hand. I would probably consider resetting stamp his hand, so we keep going with the battle. But nope, it didn't happen. So that is a GG. Okay, so one more game with Crobat deck. Let's see. Opening hand. No sign of the basic Pokemon, but this opening hand can potentially be a good one if there was at least one Jirachi in it. If you can start with Jirachi with Communication, Mystery Treasure, and Welder, that can be a very good hand, especially with Rare Candy following that, and Custom Catcher for maybe potentially extra draw support, or even double Custom Catcher play. So playing versus pure fire deck, is it a Reshizard, Green's Reshizard, or not? Let's find out. Maybe Volcanion, Reshizard, just a green version, against Welders, Crobat. Who's gonna win? Probably Crobat, obviously. Ooh, this opening hand really hurts. No Jirachi. When you start with Jirachi, you're definitely not in good position. So the only thing that I can do is just attach energy and pass my turn. And Venom Shock is the way to go. So unfortunately, I cannot hit for 70 because my opponent is not poisoned. But who knows? Maybe top deck will be a Rare Candy. If the top deck is a Rare Candy, then I can just use Crobat, use Triple Acceleration Energy, Sever Poison, hit for 60, poison his Volcanion with 4 damage counters, and then next turn that Volcanion will be knocked out. Alright, so Poké Gear 3.0 for Cynthia. Alright, so I'm not quite sure if Green's Reshizard used Cynthia. Something tells you that you should just play 4 Acrobikes, 4 Greens, and 4 Welders without Cynthias and Lilies, because you have much greater chance to pull whatever you need. Of course, with maybe Poké Gear and, you know, Great Potions and stuff like that, like Great Potion, and of course, what is the part? Mixed Herbs. Alright, Jirachi is a top deck. Do I want to do that? Well, I guess I'm gonna do that. Still a wish. Into Rare Candy or into Welder. I think I'm gonna go with the Welder first, because I definitely need some extra cards. I mean, Rare Candy is a very nice one. For example, second Jirachi. And that is pretty much it. I'm gonna pass my turn. If he knocks my Jirachi out, the next thing that I'm gonna do is this a Volcanion with Unbroken Bones stamp, it is. So, he just needs to attach energy and then just use that High Heat Blast for the knockout. But no, instead of that, my opponent, oh my goodness, Stealthy Hood. Okay. Okay, why? Probably he knows the best. Ah, damn it, no Rare Candy. Party's over, friends. Okay. Time for Mr. Treasure play. I'm gonna grab myself 1 copy of Golbat, at least I can go with Golbat. Then I will play my Pulpad, and after that I'm good to go with a Cynthia. Alright. Additionally, nothing else. I'm constantly keep drawing Welders, but without energies you cannot use them, so I'm short for energy cards. However, there is also Cynthia for the next turn, and Fire Energy finally attached to Volcanion, so we might see right now that High Heat Blast or the knockout against my Jirachi should be more than enough, 240, because of the weakness, and Hyper Reshizard. I remember when the card was released, it was like $300, and right now is around $130, so the price definitely went down. Because card is not that playable. I mean, it is playable, but it's not popular that anymore. Yeah, we are definitely going to go with a Stellar Wish first. John Hart is the card I was looking for. And right now, I just need to hit a good combination of the cards with that Welder, which means Crobat Energy. And I didn't get it. Still, I'm gonna attach energy. I'm gonna reset stamp my opponent hand. After that, I'm going to use my Giant Heart. I'm gonna take the huge risk here with that custom catcher for 1. And I was just rewarded by another Fire Energy, so that's just not the card I was looking for. I was expecting to get that Crobat so I can knock the Volcanion potentially out. Alright, never mind. We'll keep going on. Those Reshizards really hurts my eyes. They look so strong. It looks like that Reshizard, the card looks like Blue Eyes White Dragon from the Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't know what to say about it. But it looks cool, definitely. Alright, so I'm knocked out once again. So my top deck is triple acceleration energy. Wow, that is just not looking good. However, how many Crobats do I have? 3 of them. Okay, I mean even Mr. Treasure can come for me. I just need to get one of them. Literally one. So 3 cards. Alright, at least we have Mystery Treasure for that Crobat. And does it even matter? I guess it doesn't. I'm good to go with a Sever Poison. So 100 in total. So even if my opponent retreats on the bench, and even if he knocks me out, I can use Spell Tag and activate it to knock out against that Volcanion. And that is very important because I'm already 2 prize cards behind my opponent. And his hand is very huge. You probably even have custom catchers available, maybe not, because if he had them until now, he would probably use them. But a good thing is that for now, if he don't have double custom catcher play, I can prevent my Crobat as well as my bench and this turn from the knockout, and if he don't retreat, I will take the prize card as well. So the most reasonable option here would be probably to retreat to Reshizard with the Stealthy Hood and attack or pass. Doesn't matter if he don't have custom catcher anyways. 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13. 13 energies. Isn't that a little bit too much? 14. How many Reshizard with the green play energies? I have no clue. I never played that deck before, so I can only speculate how many. Probably 16, 17. Flare Strike. Okay, so he should be knocked out. That's a good thing. That is a very good thing. That's a very important thing, actually. So another custom catcher play. Alright, so we can definitely go for the Reshi on the bench, and I will probably do that. I can do that, for example, like this. I'm gonna use Cynthia. Okay. Mr. Treasure for Welder. And then I'm gonna grab myself Crobat. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna Rare Candy my second Zubat into my Crobat. And there's a 1 catch. He can use GX and then go through my abilities. Additionally, we're gonna go with Welder top deck. Oh no, did I just do that? Yes, I did. Alright, never mind. I'm actually going to force my opponent to use that GX. How in the world I did such a horrible mistake? I should put Cynthia on the top of the deck, not the Welder. Never mind. Yeah, GX is the only way to go. But meanwhile, Stealthy Hood cannot prevent Sever Poison. It can probably prevent Stone Whale. Prevent all effects of your opponent's ability done to the Pokemon this card is attached. Probably it cannot even remove that. So, Fire Crystal being used. Alright, I'm not using Fire Crystal, I'm just using 1 Close Grip. And a couple more energies on that Reshi on the bench. I don't know, a little bit just too much again. I'll switch. Okay, that works good. That sounds perfect. Because if he, yeah, that's a horrible mistake. That was a horrible mistake. So right now we're gonna just retreat to another Crobat and use Sever Poison once again. So that's 60 plus 40 because of the poison, 100 in total. Still 4 damage counters can be activated by the spell tag. And I'm in a very good position. I'll try to yeah, definitely to the active one. 4 to the active one, he's taking 4 more and then 100 more. So it should be enough for the knockout. Alright, so that's 180 and 100 to 280. Should be enough. Oof, that Tapu Fini top. It was just useless. Alright, so 40 more. I'm taking at least 3 price cards. I'm going down to 2. I need Crobat. There we go. I need 1 fire energy at least. Or maybe triple acceleration energy. Jirachi. Okay, works good. Works good. Even that Jirachi works perfectly fine. How many rare candies did we use? I think only 1. Oof, only 1. So that means that I can still use 3 more Crobats. I can evolve 3 more Crobats and put them in place. So 6 cards remaining for my opponent after the Cynthia played 8. We all know that he can nags me out with the Outrage. And we all know that I need a couple turns for setup. Alright, so what will be the strategy? Strategy will be next. So I'm going to promote Zubat in the active position because I can evolve with the rare candy into Crobat. Evolving with the rare candy into Crobat will allow me to go easily for retreat mode, benching down Jirachi, playing Mysterious Treasure in order to throw out that Tapu Fini for Crobat, and then that Crobat can probably be swapped, or maybe not, with Communication Play. The good thing is that Crobat can be protected, and I will have only 1 turn to win this game. So, Stellar Wish into the Giant Heart, but do I have any energy card left? 8? Nope. Useless card. Rare Candy. Not a useless card. Custom Catcher. Not a useless card as well. Welder is a dead card in my hand at this moment. Unfortunately. So, I can't attack this turn. That's the big problem. And how many custom counters did I use? I used 3 of them, so I don't have nothing to lose. Custom Catcher, another Welder, and triple acceleration energy. Since I cannot attack this turn, I can only pass the turn, and my opponent definitely winning this game. Only Spell Tag might actually help me out to win this game. So only Spell Tag can help me to win this game. Yeah, probably. Outrage, enough for the knockout. I'm wondering where in the world are those custom catchers hidden? As expected. Outrage. I was short for that triple acceleration energy. And John Hart is a top deck. Well, yeah, the truth is that I have Spell Tag remaining in my deck, but well, I lost this game because of one factor, and that was Mewtwo play into the Welder instead of the Cynthia. And on that turn, I actually lost this game. I wouldn't lose this game if I placed probably Cynthia on the top of the deck. Because right now, I would put 4 damage counters with the Spell Tag on my opponent, and 4 more damage counters by the Sever Poison, and the Reshizard would be knocked out, and we would both take the prize cards, and the game would just be considered as a draw or sudden death play. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, sub the channel for more videos, let me know in the comments what you think about this deck list. Till the next time, have a nice day, and goodbye.